Hello students, let us start our discussion about work energy and power. Before going deep into the topic work energy and power, if we want to understand what is the work, then we have to know more about the dot product of two vectors, because work can be defined as the dot product of force and displacement. So what is the dot product and what is the cross product of two vector? It is very important to know all about this for all of you, that what is the dot product. So for this, let us assume that if we have two vectors, vector A and vector B, then we want to know the dot product of these two vectors, that is vector A dot vector B. So what will be the value of this? This can be easily understood on the basis of its definition and some mathematical operation. Like that, suppose that if we write vector A as its in rectangular component, like as ax I cap plus ay j cap plus az k cap, and vector B can be expressed as bx I cap plus by j cap plus bz k cap. So if you want to calculate the vector A dot vector B, then we can easily find out what will be the value of A dot B. As we know that what is the definition of A dot B? It means dot product of two vectors. Definition of dot product of two vectors. Dot product, that is also known as a scalar product, because in this we will obtain a particular quantity that is a scalar. It means dot product of two vector quantity always gives the scalar quantity. So such type of product or dot product is also known as the scalar product of two vectors also. But if we multiply two vectors by some method by which we obtain a vector quantity, so such type of product is known as vector product, and that product of vectors can be represented by a symbol cross. This is a cross product. This will give a vector quantity, but when we do the multiplication of two vectors such that the resultant is scalar, then this product is known as dot product and also known as scalar product of two vector. So what is the definition of the dot product of two vector? This can be easily defined as the dot product of two vector is a scalar quantity whose magnitude is equal to the product of the magnitude of the one of the vector to the projection of the second vector on the first. So for this understand, we can draw two vectors, vector A and vector B, which are making an angle theta with respect to each other. Then if you want to know what will be the value of the, because dot product of two vectors contains only the magnitude, so what will be the value of the magnitude of the dot product of two vector? This can be defined as the product of the magnitude of the first vector. Suppose that A is the first vector, so magnitude of first vector is mod A dot the projection of the second and first. So what will be the projection of the second and first? So if we draw a perpendicular line on the first, then this length gives the projection of this vector on first. This length provides the projection of the second vector on the first. So this will be equal to, because its length is b, as we know that any vector can be explained with the help of the product of magnitude and direction. So vector B can be expressed as what? The product of its magnitude and direction. So the length of this vector is b. So if we take this angle is 90 degree, so this is a right angle triangle. If this can be taken as hypotenuse, then this becomes base. So base equal to hypotenuse cos of theta. So we can write it as what? This value equal to b cos theta. So vector A dot B is equal to mod of vector A dot mod of vector B dot cos of theta. This can simply written as A B cos theta, where A represents the magnitude of the vector A, B represents the magnitude of vector B, and theta is the angle between both vectors. So dot product of two vectors can be simply expressed as the AB cos of theta. This can also defined as the product of the magnitude of two vectors with the cosine of the angle between both vector gives the dot product of two vector. Because it is a scalar quantity, so we can express it without any direction. So we can write it vector A dot vector B equal to AB cos theta. Okay, now if you want to know more about what will be the value of A dot B in terms of ijk, like here, so if we put vector A is like this and vector B like this, then what will be the value of the vector A dot vector B? We can easily find that if we do the multiplication, between I with I, so we can write for vector A dot vector B like as AX I cap plus AY J cap plus AZ K cap dot BX I cap plus BY J cap plus BZ K cap. So this becomes equal to, if we multiply all these things, then we get AX, then BX I dot I, AX dot BX I dot I plus AY BY I dot J plus AX BZ AX BZ and I dot K. Similarly, if we multiply the AYJ with all these three, then we get AY BX J dot I plus AY BY J dot J, okay, plus AY BZ J dot K. Similarly, if we multiply the AZK with all these three, then we get AZK dot AZBX K dot I plus AZBY K dot J plus AZBZ K dot K. So this is a simple multiplication which will be obtained after the multiplication. What will be the value of this I dot I, I dot J, I dot K, and J dot I, J dot J, J dot K, K dot I, K dot J, and K dot K? It can be easily obtained by applying some simple concept like this. Suppose that we have three rectangular component X, Y and Z for any coordinate system. This is what you know. So the direction indicated the letter I cap with x-axis. The I cap indicates the direction of x-axis, and J cap indicates the direction of y-axis. Also K cap indicates the direction of z-axis. So if you want to know about what will be the product of I dot I, so we can easily obtain from here after applying the formula vector A dot vector B is equal to AB cos of theta. So as we know that I, J, K are the unit vectors, its magnitude is 1. It means mod of cap I, that is equal to 1. It means if we write the dot product according to this formula, then we get magnitude of this I is equal to 1, magnitude of this is 1, and angle between I and I, that is 0. So cos of 0 that is also equal to 1. So this becomes 1. So you can write it as what? Vector I dot vector I is equal to 1. Similarly, you can also find out vector j dot vector j equal to 1 and vector k dot vector k is also equal to 1. But if you want to multiply the vector I, unit vector I dot unit vector j, then what will you obtain? You will obtain that the angle between the I and j is 90. So if you put the magnitude of this vector I is 1, j is 1 and a cos of 90, 90 is the angle between I and j. So cos 90 is equal to 0. So we get cos 90 equal to 0, this means 0. So if we obtain the dot product of two vectors like this, I dot j or j dot I dot k, k dot I, j dot k or k dot j. So in all these cases we will obtain 0 because all these I with j and k, j with I and k and k with I and j, they are always perpendicular to each other. So angle between I, j, k with each other are always 90. So cos of 90 becomes 0. So we will obtain that I dot j equal to k dot j dot I equal to j I dot k equal to k dot I, also j dot k equal to k dot j. All these are equal to 0. So if we put the value of I dot I, j dot j, k dot k, I dot j, j dot I, k dot I, k dot j dot k, k dot all these from here in this, then we will obtain what will be the value of this dot product of two vectors. As you know that I dot I equal to 1, so ax bx plus I dot j, this becomes 0, plus I dot k, this becomes 0, j dot I, this becomes 0, j dot j, this becomes 1. So ay by plus j dot k, this becomes 0, k dot I, this becomes 0, k dot j, this becomes 0, plus k dot k, that is 1. It means az bz. So you will obtain that vector a dot vector b is equal to ax bx plus ay by plus az bz. So this is a simple concept of the dot product of two vectors in terms of x, y, z. It means its rectangular component. So let us solve some different numerical problems based on this formula. So suppose that we have two vectors, vector a is equal to 3i plus 4j plus 3k and vector b equal to minus 2i plus 2j minus 2k. Then what will be the value of the vector dot product of these two vector, vector a dot vector b? So this will be equal to, as from here ax bx, it means 3 multiplied by minus 2, so 3 2 is 6 minus 6 plus ay by, it means 4 2 is 8 plus 3 multiplied by minus 2 as az bz. So az bz, 3 multiplied by minus 2, this becomes minus of 6. So after solving it we get 6 is 12 minus 4. Okay, so value of the dot product of two vector we get what? Minus of 4. So this is a simple concept by which we can easily solve the dot product of two vector. So with the help of this concept we will discuss more about the work, because we know that work can be defined as the dot product of the force and the displacement. Okay, so force is a vector quantity, displacement is also vector quantity. So dot product of the both, that is force and the displacement, provides us the concept of work. So what will be the value of work? Let us understand it. Work, why, if we want to define work, then we can easily define it like this. Work can be defined as the product of the force and the displacement along the direction of force, either, or it can also define in other words like that, if there is a force acting on any object, then there is a displacement produced in that object, then the work done on that object can be defined as the product of the displacement created in that object or produced in that object multiplied by the force acting on that object along the displacement. It means, suppose that there is a object and we want to displace this object from this position to this new position. After applying some force like this, and this force is acting with an angle theta with the direction of the displacement, because the object is displaces along x-axis, suppose that, and the acting force acting on the object by which the displacement occurs, it makes an angle theta with the horizontal. So what will be the value of this work done? So work done, suppose that if object displaces from this position to this position, then what will be the value of this displacement? Suppose that s, and this displacement can be defined in a particular direction, so it can be written as the displacement vector displacement. Okay, and the force by which we can displace this object, that can be represented by vector f. So work can be defined as what? Work, that is W, will be equal to vector f dot vector s, and as we know that the dot product of these two vectors can be defined as the magnitude of first dot magnitude of the second dot cos of the angle between these two vectors, that is theta. So you can write it as W equal to fs cos theta. Now if we want to define this work done in terms of the product of force and the displacement, then we can easily define it as f cos theta dot s. F cos theta dot s. It means F cos theta is the component of the force along the displacement. Suppose that this is the F. So if we draw perpendicular along the displacement axis, then what will be the value of the force along this displacement? So the value of this force along this displacement becomes F cos theta, because this one is the base and this is the hypotenuse. So what is the value of the base? Base divided by hypotenuse equal to cos of theta. So base equal to hypotenuse cos theta. So base, it means F cos theta, that is the amount of the force along the displacement multiplied by the amount of displacement. So this gives the work done. Okay, work done can be defined as the product of the force along the displacement multiplied by the total value of displacement. So this is a simple concept of work. What is the unit of work? As we know that unit of force is Newton and displacement is meter. So unit of the work done is Newton meter, or it can also be written as Joule. The unit of work is equal to Joule, Newton meter or Joule. This is the SI unit, okay, in MKS also. So what will be the CGS unit of the work? CGS unit of work. So CGS unit of work is equal to ERG, E-R-G. It can be also written as dyne centimeter, because the dyne is the CGS unit of the Newton, CGS form of the Newton, and centimeter is the CGS form of the meter, and this dyne centimeter can be termed as a particular single quantity that is known as erg. So what is the relation between 1 joule and 1 erg? So 1 joule is equal to 10 to power 7 erg. If we convert 1 joule into 1 erg, then we get 1 joule equal to 10 to power 7 erg. This is a particular relation between the joule and erg. It can be easily calculated at here like this. Suppose that 1 joule is equal to 1 Newton meter, if we will convert the 1 Newton into 1 dyne, then we get 10 to power 5 dyne, and 1 meter 10 to power 2 centimeter, so we get 10 to power 7 dyne centimeter, and this dyne centimeter is known as erg. So we can easily write it as 1 joule equal to 10 to power 7 erg. This is a particular unit of the work in MKS, and this is the unit of the work in CGS. Now what will the dimension of the work done? Dimension of work. Dimension of work. So as we know that dimension of force is mlt power minus 2 and dimension of displacement is L. So if we write the dimension of work, then we get ml square t power minus 2. This is the dimension of work. Okay, we will also understand the concept of the work in terms of the third equation of motion. From the according to third equation of motion, if we assume that any object is accelerating its motion by a constant acceleration a, then if the initial speed of the object is considered as u and the final speed considered as v and the mass of the object is considered as m, then if object will attain some velocity after traveling any distance s, then what will be the value of the work done? To increasing its velocity from u to v, it can be easily understand with the help of a basic concept like this. According to third equation, v square is equal to u square plus 2as. Okay, so if we multiply both sides by half m, so we get half of m, v square equal to half of m, u square plus 2as, half of m in all terms. Then we get from here, this becomes ma dot s, then what will happen? This becomes kf equal to ki plus ma, that is force, and this one is the displacement, force into displacement, that is work done. So from here we get what amount of the work done will be done to creating any object from kinetic energy ki to kf. So this becomes kf minus ki. So the change in kinetic energy in any object can be provided by the work done are equal to the amount of work done doing on that object. So if any object changes its velocity with respect to any other object or under any uniform acceleration, if any object changes its velocity under any uniform acceleration and the mass of the body is m, then the change in the kinetic energy of that object can be given by a particular value that is known as work done on that object. Okay, so this is a simple concept of the work done. Tomorrow we will discuss the new concept related to energy and power. Okay, till now take care. Thank you.